Look, I am just guessing here, but I think that if you counted up all the various references to trucks in country music songs, you'd find more Chevrolets than any other brand. I mean, it makes sense. Chevy makes good trucks worth singing about. A new generation of the Silverado 1500 debuted in 2019, which means there are plenty of used examples for you to pick up. Pick up, get it? Like a pickup truck? Okay, I'll stop. The point is, the Silverado offers a lot of choices for shoppers, from engine options to bed and cab configurations. Is it the right truck for you? And if so, which one? I'm Elana from Edmunds. We test and review hundreds of cars and trucks every year, while CarMax buys, sells, and expertly appraises thousands. We're combining our car testing knowledge with CarMax's experience to help find that right truck for you. For more videos like this, hit subscribe and let us know in the comments what your favorite truck is and what your favorite song about trucks is. The Silverado stands out in class for multiple engine options, a roomy cabin, and an easy-to-use touchscreen. But rivals like the Ford F-150 and Ram 1500 do more to push the envelope on comfort and clever features. As a result, they're ranked higher in Edmunds ratings. But the Silverado has plenty of fans and easily outpaces the aging Toyota Tundra and Nissan Titan. If you want to see how the Silverado stacks up to the Ram, check out our comparison test. If there's a word that the Silverado brings to mind, it's subtle. No, not really. This truck is big and flashy. It's got a bold front grille, swooping lines carved into the side, and a high hood and shoulder line. If you're looking for a truck to project brash confidence, you're in the right place. There are a whopping 8 different trim levels to choose from, each tailored to a specific kind of use. From the utility-focused work truck, to the off-road spec trail boss, to the luxury hopeful high country. Once you make that choice, you can choose again from a bunch of different engines. A couple of V8s, V6, even a turbo 4-cylinder. Chevy does offer a turbo diesel on this generation truck, but not until the 2020 model year. So if you're looking for an oil burner, adjust your search terms. We're focusing on the mid-grade LT, which comes with all these features. It also comes standard with a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, but the one I'm driving is upgraded to the 5.3-liter V8 with 355 horsepower for added oomph. See how oomphy it is. If you're used to older bare-bones trucks, you are going to be amazed at the Silverado's comfort and drivability. Trucks have come a long way since the old days. All of the engines deliver smooth power, but we are especially fond of the big V8s. This 5.3 is excellent, and there is also an optional 6.2-liter. Okay, whether you consider this next part a pro or a con kind of depends on your philosophy of trucks. See, the Silverado handles well, stops predictably, and it shifts quietly. But compared to, say, a luxury SUV, it does still drive like a truck. And by that, I mean you will notice rough roads, and the ride comfort changes depending on whether you're rolling empty or you've got payload or a trailer behind you. So what? You might be saying it's a truck, of course it rides like a truck. And I tend to agree, but competitors at Ford and Ram have nailed down ride comfort in their trucks to such a degree that it's kind of changing what people expect. That's just something to bear in mind when you're test driving. You know, how important is that to you? One thing that is important to all truck shoppers is capability for work. And there, the Silverado does not disappoint. In certain configurations, the Silverado is rated to tow more than 12,000 pounds and carry 2,280 pounds of payload when properly equipped. That stacks up well against any version of the F-150 or Ram 1500. The Silverado is solid when it's time to get down and dirty. When it comes to fuel economy, never a truck strong point, the Silverado is competitive with Ford and Ram. Obviously, you'll get more from a tank with the small 4-cylinder or the diesel in a 2020 model, but both gas V8s have cylinder deactivation, which helps the 5.3-liter in this truck eke out 19 miles per gallon combined. Okay, enough with the macho number stuff. Let's talk about the interior. In the old days, the only requirement for a truck interior was that it be easy to clean. These days, trucks compete with SUVs for eye-catching materials, helpful tech, and stylish design. The 2019 Silverado is a step up from previous interiors, but it could be so much more. There's a lot of plain plastic in here, right? This whole surround, this whole console, door panel. I mean, this door handle, it looks like a chrome hot dog. I hate it. It's just, the interior was redesigned in 2019 and I would have expected it to feel more updated. Here's another example. This is a column-mounted shifter. I don't hate it, but it feels old-fashioned. The Silverado isn't lacking in tech. I mean, it's got an 8-inch touchscreen and it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It does have a heated steering wheel and heated seats available though, and that, full-on luxury. And you can get a bit more flash if you go to the upper trim levels, like the High Country. While you can still get a Silverado with a smaller regular cab or extended cab, the vast majority are the larger crew cabs, like this one. You can see there's plenty of legroom for adults and the seats are comfy, although they are a little flat. This is one of the biggest areas where trucks have grown, figuratively and literally, over the years. If you still have memories of cramming into the middle space between your aunt and uncle on a bench seat with the back window right behind your head, the space in a modern truck is going to seem as large as a 2-bedroom apartment. This is the business end of the Silverado. It looks like any old truck bed, right? Not so, friends. The Silverado beats out other trucks with neat features like 12 fixed tie-downs rated at 500 pounds each, the widest bed on the market with the best overall capacity too. An integrated bed step that doesn't need to fold out or press down. I think this is extremely cool. You never know when you're going to need to get up in the truck. This way you don't have to think ahead. Payload for our 5.3-liter V8 with the crew cab is a very good 2,180 pounds. Silverado offers an optional power tailgate, although this truck doesn't have it. Let's recap with our top pros and cons. Pros would be the wide variety you have to choose from, several engines, styles, and sizes to suit your needs. A spacious interior, plenty of room for family use. Well-designed cargo bed, wide with lots of tie-down points. Cons for Silverado are a rough ride, at least compared to competitors. Boring interior design. Such a recent redesign should have more pizzazz. And a small infotainment screen, even when you option up. There are many Silverados to choose from, so shop around and find the off-roader of your dreams or an economical fuel sipper. For the everyday truck user, I think the perfect combination of value and capability is this truck right here, the LT trim with the 5.3-liter V8. It's got room for family and the tools to handle a job site. Of course, you could say the same about the Ford F-150 or the Ram 1500. The F-150 offers even more variety in powertrains and styles, which makes it very usable in almost any situation. The Ram 1500 is extremely comfortable, even in basic models, and its more sophisticated rear suspension delivers a smoother ride. You can also check out the Toyota Tundra for a tough throwback experience. There are so many good trucks to choose from. The Silverado is the truck of choice for millions of pickup buyers and country singers. With so many variations of Silverado available, it's almost impossible not to find one that meets your needs. Subscribe to the CarMax channel for more expert used car advice. And for an in-depth article about Silverado and all of its competitors, click the link in the description below. Don't forget to comment on this video and tell us what you think about this truck.